a disturbing news coming from Nigeria, and this will cause a diplomatic problem between those of other countries as well as also a national problem in Nigeria. The Nigerian Educational Board or Ministry of Education, call it whichever way it's called, just recently on Tuesday banned degrees from Togo and some other African nations. Now, they had banned degrees from Togo and some African nations over allegations that these universities in those nations are selling fake degrees. I'll play you a video so that you can watch and get a perspective so that you don't zap, just listen briefly, then I'll play the video. Now, an investigative journalist did this investigation and realized that some university in, of course, Chad and of course in Togo were actually selling degrees. Now, in Benin rather, were selling degrees. Now, the Nigerian government took it upon themselves without investigation, probable investigation, and of course to punish this institution, the particular institution, or the particular individual that did this. They decided that they should ban their banned degrees coming from Benin and Togo. And now they have also announced that they will be banning degrees coming from Kenya and some part of the United States of America. Some universities in the United States of America, Uganda. So they will ban degrees from Uganda, Kenya, and Niger, and some parts of the United States of America. Now, I have a problem with this, and this is coming because when you have a president who has a fake degree, or probably whose degree is questionable that way, questionable, who say he went to Chicago and blocked Chicago from releasing his own degree, and now is taking decisions, and I'll tell you how these things are going. Now, the question now is, what of hardworking Nigerians who went to some of these universities, who passed through the valid process, whose degree had authenticity? Now you say you want to ban, including Kenya and Uganda. And now this same vice, which is happening in Nigeria in itself. So the question that we have been saying this from the beginning is, why will a state decide to carry out this kind of action to ban degree in the entire... Watch this video, because it's sad, and of course it's something that I feel pity for those who actually took out their time to study, to have their certificate authentic. Then you come and say these people are not worthy enough to own this certificate because they were fraud. Of course, we know that law doesn't work in retrospect. So if you are banning this year, you should give those who probably studied last year or who had their degree last year should work till further notice. And what of those who are now also in that same system, those same universities who are currently working hard without undermining the values?
Now let's shift our focus to Africa, where a scandal has sent the Nigerian government scrambling. The scandal is over fake college degrees from foreign countries. They're apparently being home delivered like pizza. An investigative report came out last week. A Nigerian reporter got his hands on a degree from neighboring Benin. He received a 4-year undergraduate degree after waiting for just 6 weeks. The report has caused an uproar in Nigeria, and the government is now taking action. On Tuesday, it banned degrees from Benin and Togo. Yesterday, Nigeria announced it would ban degrees from Kenya, Uganda, and Niger as well. And it's not likely to stop there. Here's our report.
The Nigerian government is in damage control mode. A new report has put them on the back foot. The investigative journalism report has brought an insidious problem to light: the proliferation of fake foreign college degrees. The investigation was carried out between 2022 and 2023. A reporter bought a fake degree from the neighboring nation of Benin. It was a 4-year bachelor's degree from a university accredited by Nigeria. The reporter received it in just 6 weeks, without even having to go to Benin. The degree was home delivered. It gets worse. Nigeria has a 1-year mandatory military youth program. Almost every college graduate needs to take part in this. It's a requirement for government jobs and electoral offices, among other things. The reporter used this fake degree from Benin to enroll, and it worked. Despite the degree being fake, despite the reporter actually having done this youth program years ago, he still managed to enroll. This shows that the fake degrees are a viable, fast-track route to employment in Nigeria. And this led to outrage. Nigerians who've done it the right way, people who studied hard for 4 years to get their degrees, they were furious at this exposé. They demanded accountability from their government. And Abuja swung into action. The report came out on the 30th of December. On the 2nd of January, it banned degrees from colleges in Benin and Togo. Both these West African nations are known as hubs for the fake degree trade. But the Nigerian government hasn't stopped there. It plans to widen its net. Colleges in neighboring Niger will get banned too, and also colleges on the other side of the continent. Nigeria plans to revoke accreditation from universities in Kenya and Uganda as well. A recently released list shows a Ghanaian university on the blacklist. It's also blacklisted the Nigerian campuses of some British and American universities. The crackdown seems thorough, but will this actually fix things? Let's recap. Fake foreign degrees have been a problem for years. Some colleges in Benin and Togo are notorious for this, and they had been banned as recently as 2018. Back then, Cameroon and Ghana were targeted as well. Remember, the investigation took place just 4 years later in 2022. So clearly, banning did not work. The fake foreign degree scam was up and running again as soon as public attention waned. And there's one important thing to note here. The scam couldn't have returned without help from Nigerian officials, or at the very least, negligence. The colleges offering the fake degrees are accredited by Nigeria. So the investigative reporter's fake degree did pass Nigerian screening. Later, while applying for the mandatory youth service, he had to show proof of his stay in Benin. The degree racketeers got him fake travel documents and passport stamps. So of course, Nigerian border officials are involved in the scam as well. It shows just how deep the rot goes. The current move to blacklist certain countries is short-sighted. It will hurt honest students. Nigeria needs to focus on finding the corrupt officials at home and plugging the leaks in its verification system and shut down the school for scandal once and